This is TWiT.
The National Association of Broadcasters show is taking place this week in Las Vegas. It's closed to the public, but expected to bring in 100,000 professionals in the media and entertainment industries. TWiT's own Father Robert Ballecer is there and joins us now. Welcome to you, Padre.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back on TNT after that incident that we shall not name.
Yeah, let's not even bring it up. So Padre, what's happening at the show? I know it's a wide area, lots of stuff happening, but can you sort of zero in on what you've seen that impressed you the most so far?
Right. Well, NAB, it's the National Association of Broadcasters, and it's really it's a potpourri of content. I mean, when you think about what NAB is about, it's all about content. Being on either side of the content equation. You've got the latest in 4K, 5K, 8K TVs, but you've also got all the tools that you need to create that content. Everything from the 4 to 8K cameras to the ham shacks to the antennas. Basically, if it's a broadcast field, you're going to find it here at NAB. Now, there have been some trends that we've been finding as been walking through the halls. I'd say probably one of the biggest has to be this the maturation of the 4K scene. I mean, in past NABs, it's always been, well, this is a better 1080p screen. This is a better 4K screen. This is a better 5K, 8K screen. But now we're getting to the point where we're seeing 4K and 5K screens that are just becoming better. They're becoming more mature. One of the big trends there is the introduction of HDR, that's high dynamic range, where you've got these screens that have these ultra blacks, these super rich colors, and it's a more complete package. We've also seen the integration of laser projectors. They were kind of a thing 2 years ago. They disappeared for a while, but we've seen Christie and Panasonic both release these super high intensity projectors. I mean, when you buy a projector, you're hoping to get maybe 5, 10, maybe 20,000 lumen. These units run between 60 and 100,000 lumen, ultra bright, ultra sharp. So I mean, that's what you get on the content viewing side of the show.
Hey, Padre, what about drones? You seen any drone activity over the show or in the show?
Oh, yeah. In fact, right behind me, you're going to see we're at the 3DR booth. They're testing out their Solo right now. The Solo is the successor to the Iris Plus. Now, think of it as a flying Lego platform. They've created an all-in-one flight machine. It's ready out of the box. You can fly it full automatic or full manual or anywhere in between. It has incredible modes. Like they have this one they call an orbit, where you can set a target and the quadcopter will actually circle around you to get that really cool 360 view. They've got something that they call the line, which is basically a GPS waypoints that you can set on the controller, and it will go back and forth, and you can rotate it. I mean, think about using that for sporting events. They've also got a selfie mode where it will just follow you around and take your picture. They've equipped this with an experimental LiDAR. It's going to be available in June, which means that even if you don't have a GPS signal, it can do things like person avoidance. It won't bump into people or the buildings or the trees. Now, 3DR is just one of the vendors here at the show. We've got DJI, we've got Unique. I mean, essentially, every vendor is coming out with something that is drone, quadcopter, multicopter related. Maybe not a quadcopter itself, but the equipment to broadcast from a quadcopter or the equipment to stabilize a camera from a quadcopter. So, I mean, this has essentially become the drone show.
I basically need that 360-degree video from a drone, for selfies, of course. So, Padre, in addition to lots and lots of K, 5K, 8K, etc., in addition to high dynamic range video, in addition to drone technology, what other trends are striking you at the show for the industry?
One trend that I did not expect to see, but it's actually big here, is 360 immersive viewing. There's a company here called 360 Hero, and they've been working with a lot of different manufacturers, not just drone manufacturers, but, camera ball manufacturers. And the idea is you take a bunch of GoPros or a bunch of any kind of cameras, and you can equip them with these housing, either underwater housing or above ground housings that will then be stitched together. Now, what you do with that stitched together amalgam, a video, is you make something that's unique for, say, an Oculus Rift, or YouTube actually just opened up a new part of the service that will allow you to upload 360 video so that the content viewer can choose what angle to point the camera at. It is still a little bit niche, but it's a niche that's growing, and it's actually a niche that's starting to catch on. You see more and more manufacturers here in the traditional side of the show that are starting to introduce cameras that have super wide viewing angles in anticipation of this sort of content production, of immersive 360 viewing.